Blake Production.
Yo, what is poppin'? Okay, so we're looking at Bit Digital, BT. I really like this setup. Super bullish on the stock. And I wanted to break down my kind of technical thesis on why I think the stock has a decent chance, if Bitcoin and Ethereum continue higher, to make its way towards the 12 to $15 area. So we're going to get started. What I'm looking at on the daily time frame is that, excuse me, I'm going to take this away. What I see right now, right? We have this major trend line that's been acting as support here. And usually this indicates that, the demand in the stock is increasing. Why we can see that it's increasing is because there's higher lows being made on this stock's chart, right? So every time this stock creates a low, it's a higher low compared to the previous low, right? So the easiest way to explain that is to look at basic trends, right? Looking at basic trends, and we could say this is the low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And now we're coiling, but still creating higher lows, right? Where we could see something like this, right? So from a daily perspective, the chart's indicating there's higher lows being created into a major resistance, right? And this is going to be a little bit more obvious as we zoom out towards the larger time frames. But here we have, right, major resistance, and you could adjust this however you want, but it's been a resistance point since June of 2023, right? So all of this is happening, right? And as we zoom out to the weekly time frame, you could start to see that it's a lot more significant of a pattern than it is perceived to be, at least in my opinion. So we have this major downtrend that occurred from the bear market, right? January 2021 up until December or January 2023, we have a major correction in the stock's price, right? So from $31 to 56 cents, right? Major correction. After this large consolidation period, we rocket into a major point in the stock's chart, which is that resistance point that I was pointing out earlier, right? So this resistance point here dates all the way back previous to the last bull run, right? So this area in the stock's chart is significant. It really actually goes all the way back to the IPO. So right now, the stock is coiling up into this major point as we create this massive pattern, right? So again, after we consolidate, we rally hard into this area. Like this move here is pretty much one swift move. We create one higher low in that period of time, right? So we start off the low, high, higher low, and then rocket right into that area, right? So that's a pretty strong and serious move there. But how we consolidated afterwards, I think, is worthy of noting. We create this large pattern, right? This large bubble butt bottom pattern right into this major resistance, right? So all we really got to think of here is since March 2022, we've been under this area, but each time we come up, we're weakening this zone, right? And as we hang out in this area, we're eating up all the shares left in this area in order for us to flip the area from supply into demand. So these are some of the things that I really like about this stock. Again, if we zoom back into the daily time frame, as we're coiling in this area, look at all these bullish volume patterns that have been starting to pop up, right? It's clear that this area of the chart is now considered an area of value, and you're seeing that from the bullish volume coming into the stock at such a frequent pace. So add all these things up, it starts to paint a picture of what's going on, right? So why I say $12 to $15 might be our next, target is because, well, first of all, the stock's previous all-time high is close to like 30 something dollars. If you don't think the stock can go to half of that like previous like price, you probably just don't really fully get the bull market's price discovery aspect of this crypto space, in my opinion, right? So take a look at previous charts from whether it's, again, previous price, and charts don't always indicate the future price in charts, but there's patterns that you can identify to help you gain a better understanding of what could potentially happen, right? So again, what is leading me to think that this $12 to $15 area is going to be the new resistance is because when we zoom in here on like maybe a 3-day time frame, it might be easiest to see. But when we're looking at this volume profile, right, there's really not much here above us, right? The resistance. So if you're looking at this volume profile, it's telling us that there's not much resistance above us here, right? Nothing up until $12. Again, we could zoom out further and further, but once this is where it readjusts and it starts to identify to us or point out to us that the next area where there's a volume shelf is kind of around the $12 area, right? But it's a lot thinner than where it is down here. So that's my breakdown on Bit Digital, why I'm so bullish. It's kind of like the bullish thesis video. If you enjoyed the video, retweet it, maybe share it with some friends, post it on other socials. I really like doing this shit. So this is, to me, this I enjoy a lot, right? What else we got here? Yeah, so how can you play it? Well, personally, the way I'm going to play this, I'm expecting there to be a pretty explosive move in the coming weeks. So I'm playing options calls on BTBT. I have May 16th, 2025, $5.50 calls. And I'm playing these calls specifically because of this like move that I'm anticipating, right? So that's how I'm kind of trying to take advantage of this stock. So that's the breakdown. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.